What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Payne Plays Games video. Alright guys, if you launch your NETMARBLE launcher on your PC or if you go on your mobile phone, you might have seen this game come out from NETMARBLE, which originally wasn't on their roster. That's right, this game was actually owned by somebody else and was in beta for, God, I think it's been over a year. I played this game so long ago when the other company that owned it was doing it. They never got out of beta, unfortunately. But now, King Arthur Legends Rise actually does sit under NETMARBLE's umbrella, and I am super excited because this is a game I played for a very, very long time, and I'm super happy that NETMARBLE picked it up and decided to continue it because I feel like this company can take it to the next level and actually bring the game out globally, which makes me very, very happy. So without further ado, guys, let me introduce you to King Arthur Legends Rise. If you do have this, take a look at it. It is in early beta right now. You guys have the ability to play with your mobile device as well as on the NETMARBLE app. It is, again, as I mentioned, it is in beta. So let me jump in, show you what this game is about, show you guys my current new account, and hopefully get you guys interested in this damn game. One of my favorite tales of all time. I have known, I have read, I have watched every single King Arthur version out there. I'm a massive fan of Camelot, huge fan of the Knights of the Round Table, Excalibur, and King Arthur himself. Alright guys, without further ado, let me jump in the game and I'll show you guys what this is all about. I think this is one of the best graphically looking games out there, and grim and amazing story to tell as well. So, without further ado, here we go. Alright guys, so logging in here, you guys will see Morgan, you guys will see King Arthur. The cool thing about this game that I love, number one, graphically, I think it is absolutely incredibly gorgeous. I think it's one of the best looking games out there, and quite honestly, I think a lot of people may think this looks old. To me, this is the kind of game that I love. I love it that it's dark, it's realistic, and at the same time, it's a gacha, right? So you guys can see the backgrounds, the characters, everything falls in line with the King Arthur story. It also brings a lot of these characters to life in a gacha game. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna have one of the most epic introductions you will probably ever see in a gacha game, and that is King Arthur himself getting his sword and acquiring it. And the way he acquires it from this bad boy here is actually pretty damn badass. So the one thing you're gonna note is that they take this legend and they really do make it come to life, but it's not like the typical legend that you're used to or accustomed to. It is quite a bit different. So get ready for some action. You're gonna check out some stuff. Now it is a turn-based RPG. Now if you guys have been watching me for some time, you guys know that first off, I love turn-based RPGs, and number two, this is nothing like SLA. So if you're in my SLA wheelhouse, you're gonna have to compare yourself to something else once in a while, and this is, I think, a fantastic game to do so. You guys can see here, Dragon looks incredible. Graphics are top-notch in my opinion, and for a gacha, Caliburn I think is one of the coolest looking dragons out there. It is voice acted as well. Excalibur does exist in this, which is amazing, obviously, right? So knowing that Excalibur exists, knowing that this is the Camelot story, the King Arthur story, everything's voice acted, you're gonna expect some pretty damn badass voice acting. Now, I think personally, King Arthur looks like Dean Winchester from Supernatural, aka Jensen Ackles. Shout out to my mans. Love the actor. And when I was playing this live last week, a lot of people were watching me play it live last week before the Sharp live stream for SLA came on. People were like, "Oh, he looks like Dean Winchester." I'm like, I totally agree, and I started being like, "Sam!" like from from Supernatural. Surprised how many Supernatural fans there were out there. So shout out to Jensen Ackles. But this game absolutely does a great job at, like I said, bringing the story to life. The gacha system back in the other game, the beta version, was a little stingy. I won't lie. It was very expensive. It was hard to acquire characters, and I'm hoping NETMARBLE has, you know, taken that upon themselves and changed it and made it a little bit more friendly for other people who want to come in and try the game. Like I said, the previous game lasted roughly about a year in beta. Never even made it to the light of day. I had to go through VPN through the Philippines in order to play it. So you guys can see here, there are levels, there's stages, there are enemies. You're essentially trying to save Britain, right? So you guys can see here, there is Excalibur's flame element will deal 25% more damage to storm enemies. So there is going to be fire versus wind, for example. Fire stronger, so you'll do 25% more damage. So here's an example, right? We'll click on this. We'll click on this move here, and you can hold it down and see what the move does if you want to. They won't do it in a tutorial, but you can. Here's Inferno Strike, for example. There it is. Boom, right there. Knocks the dude out. This guy comes in for an attack. This is fire versus fire, so there's no elemental advantage or disadvantage here. Again, if you hold down the move, you can see exactly what it does. 50% chance to stun, 112% attack. So we'll go ahead with the stun here so you guys can see. There's the animation, right? 50% chance to stun. Stun didn't go off. That's fine. we get another turn. So we're going to go ahead and cast the basic attack this time. You guys can see basic attack right there, right? Just to show you guys the animations. There it is. There's ultimate attacks for characters as well. The cool thing here is that Arthur in our case, is a rare character, right? So as a rare character, surprisingly fairly strong as a matter of fact, and you get a lot of, in this game I believe they give you one legendary character for free, and I think everybody, I don't know, I've had luck on like 3 accounts. I've been able to pull Morgan legendary on the first multi, and I think they've made that purposely happen for beginners, where you have a chance to get her or another legendary. I just happen to get her every single time, right? So you guys can see here, you can skip the story. There's interactive maps. The maps are going to affect how the story plays out. There's characters that you're going to be introduced to through the storyline. There's going to be bosses where you will fight to get yourself more resources, etc. Right? Very typical gacha system. There's a tower system. There's going to be PvP. You're going to have the gacha where you can collect diamonds through just going through dailies, weeklies, monthlies. There's going to be packages, of course, you're going to be able to purchase if you are going to be a pay-to-win player. Overall, I will say the packages I've seen so far are not that expensive in comparison to what it was back in the day. I could be wrong. Maybe they kept it the same. It's been a long time since I've actually played it, and that was free to play on my last account as well. So I'm going to probably stick to free to play on this account. I actually do want to play this game and cover it. I loved this game when it was out. It was, again, one of the better looking gachas that I've seen. There's a healer, for example. You guys can heal now, right? So if I select this is going to be a healing wave, heals everybody. And this, again, is a common character. So this is a character you're going to get for free, and you're going to play until you can gacha. And I'll walk you guys through it and show you guys how this works out, right? Again, this is a blue character, You guys can see blue is stronger against red, so he's going to do more damage to Arthur. We're going to do a little bit of damage ourselves here. There it is. And we'll just kill him off here with Arthur, okay? Again, if you are a turn-based RPG fan, you will love this. There's auto mode. There is going to be ×3 battle, which is free. Luckily, you don't have to pay for a package for that, right? And you can see a lot of these characters in the loading screens are going to be introduced to you. You can skip the story if you like. You don't have to watch this. I honestly think the story is really well done. The one thing I did notice about the map, which I don't recall if this was also in the original one, is that there's no there's like you can move around the map, for example, but there's really no need to. Like there's let me just see, have they changed this at all? No, see, like there's no treasures to be found, there's no hidden objects. Like the map is laid out the way it is for no reason, in my opinion. Like here, let's interact with this, for example, right? I feel like they've done, let's see if this makes a change. Let's see, hold on. I feel like you have to do that. So you know, there is, early on at least, I don't remember how it was later on, but early on the map doesn't really play out in your favor in any way, shape, or form. Like there's nothing to explore, there's no secrets, there's no hidden passages, there's no hidden treasures, there's no loot that you're missing out. You literally just need to click this, let him kind of go over to the character that he needs to go over to, or the mission he needs to go over to, and you're pretty much where you need to be, right? Again, there's no need to go through that. And there's Hector, that's Arthur's dad, so you get him as a tank character. So there are different characters. There's rangers, mages. You guys can see here, he's a ice unit, he's a tank, he can taunt. So you can see hero management now exists, right? And you guys right there. And hero management essentially lets you level up your characters. So the way the character screen works out here, I'll just show you guys real quick, is you guys can level up your characters using these potions. So we'll use one of these. There you go, level 2. Stats will, of course, increase when you do that. All the stats right there, the base stats specifically. And then eventually you're going to unlock advancements, which allows you to do starring up your characters to get them past the level 10. And then you're obviously going to get yourself other things like relics, which is going to be their main weapons they can use, which gives them special skills. And then you're going to have other things like equipment, and then other things for dupes. So when you pull extra character copies, you can increase their traits, their passives, their skills, etc., and make them more powerful, right? So here, I'll show you another battle real quick. Oops, where are we going? This way. So we're gonna go this way, battle him. So you guys can see here, we're 3 out of 4 battles. We're gonna add Hector to this to the roster here, and we're gonna go ahead and start the battle now. Hector plays a different way. I love Kay, by the way, great character. But as you can see, even the bosses, when they are introduced, they come out with some really badass intros, and quite honestly make a fairly good impact in the way they're come out, as like they're much bigger, they're taller, they have wicked skills, they do a ton of damage. So a lot of cool things. Like you see here, it cannot be used now, but it can't be used now. But in normal battles, when they're not introductory battles like this, like tutorial ones, you'll easily be able to use it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do a taunt, right? So there's a taunt right there. We're gonna taunt him. And now all attacks will go there. There's a barrier. You guys are all used to this in RPGs. I'll tuck the barrier away. We have defense up for taunt, or sorry, we have taunt specifically from that character. So we're going to go ahead and do, let's do this. Kill this guy off quick. So Arthur going in for the attack, attacking a weaker element, making sense. Using our healer, can't heal yet, so we're just going to go ahead and do a multi-attack. This will hit the red guy a little more because it is stronger. We're going to go ahead and do shield bash, kill the ad here. There it is. And then the taunt is still there. You guys can see, right? Oh, this is defense up, actually. Sorry. This is defense up. I should have known. If I click on this, does it allow... Let me see if this allows it still. I don't know if it does. You guys can change camera angles, by the way, as well, if you want to. Okay, let me go back and check that afterwards. I believe there's a way to check your buffs and debuffs in this game. Okay, no stun. Yeah, okay, there's defense up. You saw that right there. Let me just see if I click on this. Skill order settings. Yeah, we know that already. This is on auto, by the way. You can switch this out the way you want, right? In case you want different skills to be used at different times. So let's say I want this, this, and this. Hector's, I want this, this, and this. Healer, I want, let's just say this, this, and that. Okay, so that way when you play auto, it'll allow you to do it without having to worry about too much of that. Oh, there you go. So these are some of the passives the characters have. So when you're on your character, you guys can see what they have in terms of buffs and debuffs down here. All right, so just real quick, I want to show you guys that. All right, we'll do basic attack. There's another basic attack there. So that's a passive follow-up that he does. And right here, you guys can see the buff. There it is. All right, so when hit by a skill, grants effective resistance 2 to Steed favors allies for 2 turns. All right, so that's what that is. So simple move to use. We're going to go ahead and do Bitter Cold. Do Chill on there. Let him do his move there. That's a badass move, man. Looks good. All right, let's kill him off here. Let Arthur finish it. And there goes the first tutorial boss out of the way. There's Jensen Eccles, aka King Arthur, showing his sword. We got ourselves some gold. We got ourselves some EXP. And we're rolling. And the cool thing is, after every fight, you can go check out the battle stats and see who did the most damage, who took the most damage, who did the most healing. So you can, of course, adjust your team accordingly with the other people on your roster and go from there, right? So really, really cool options. Merlin does exist. That's right. The infamous Merlin. The famous Merlin, however you want to see him. Some see him as a bad guy, some see him as a good guy. Depends on... He's always been really a good guy. In one story, he kind of did betray King Arthur, but I don't believe this story is like that. So there you guys go. A royal child was born in secret, an heir to the throne. This, of course, talking about Arthur. King Uther trusted his infant prince to his most loyal advisor, Hector, who he considered a dad, essentially. So Hector raised his prince and his daughter Kay as siblings. So again, not people knowing that he's actually from royal lineage. Kay is not a character I'm actually very familiar with in the original stories. So, but she is really cool in this. She's like an assassin AoE dagger user, and I think one of the coolest characters for a common character. And this is, of course, is hold on, is this Lot or is this Uther or Uriens? Hold on. No, it's Lot. That's right. So Lot's one of the main villains in this story, a necromancer, and one I think that's actually really badass looking personally. It's too bad that we kind of kill him so quickly, but it is what it is. It's still a badass fight, I think, for a tutorial, and it's a great way to introduce some of the nuances and elements of the game to the character through a tutorial that's pretty badass in my opinion. So first off, we have dragons, we have necromancers, obviously wizards, right, Merlin, etc. So it kind of shows you the story isn't just, you know, humans fighting other humans. There's a level of supernatural, a level of fantasism, which King Arthur always has, right? So it's kind of nice to see that they've done a good job reintroducing that into this. There you guys go, Master of the Dead. You guys can see now we have all of these guys to deal with. We're going to go ahead and attack him. We're going to try to kill Lot first. I believe, if I recall, they introduced Case not in this one, but soon. See if this AoE will kill everybody. It does. Perfect. Our common healer just doing God's work. We're going to do a taunt here. Yeah, this is an AoE anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So you guys saw the attack. So look at all these debuffs here, right? So again, you can check what skills you'll be able to use if you have them. I don't know if you can check debuffs. Is there a way to check debuffs? Let me just double check here, guys. I don't think there is, though. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't really check debuffs, but you'll learn them as it goes on, right? So you guys can see, it's funny, you can see the boss's next moves and stuff, but you can't see any debuffs that he performs. All right, let's go with this. This will be a basic attack, and then my dude follows up, so it's a nice little follow-up there with Hector. And then here, we're going to go ahead and do the chill move. Again, this guy's green, so I'm not doing any damage with anybody but Arthur at this point. Damn, son, look at that hit. Ooh, stun my boy, too. That sucked. Okay, let's do a little heal. Do a little heal to everybody. Get everybody back up. Let's do a taunt. I think this guy's immune. Yeah, he's, so you can see, abnormal status immunity anyways. But I get a shield, so if he hits me, my barrier kind of blocks it anyways. And that's fine. Less healing involved. So now we're going to go ahead and do this. Double strike. Do a little bit more damage. And this should end up... We should end up killing him probably the next hit or two. Okay, so that attack down was really not needed. Just shield suppression. A little bit more damage. We should be able to finish it with the skill 3 now. Okay, Dark Explosion. This is the AoE. We got a little bit of resistance there with the healer, which is nice. Okay, this should kill him. If not, it'll be the next hit for sure. There it is, okay? Honestly, Lot, I don't remember Lot being the first boss you fight in tutorial. That definitely has to. Look at this. Look at Caliborn, bro. Look at Excalibur just going ham. Let's go, Excalibur. I swear to God, if not the Masamune, Excalibur is probably the next most important sword in fictitious history. It really is. Like I don't know any other sword that I think has more of a fake biography than Excalibur, and has been introduced in as many games that it has been. So there you guys go. That pretty much is it for the tutorial. And then when you jump in here, you get to go into Camelot. It actually opens up, and you're now in your castle, in your town, and your town now is bustling, and you get to... I'll just write tutorial. Actually, is what it is. I'm not going to save this anyway, so record later. You guys can see now the town has many different things that you can open up. There is a plaza fountain, which lets you get yourself EXP every few hours. It's pretty much your idol. There's your summoning. There's your summon special. This is always K, I believe, if I recall. I think this is how it looks, by the way, just so you guys can see. Pulls out the stone from the sword, or the sword from the stone, and then blue is, oh, there's K. Yeah, she's always a given. So you'll get K right away, and that'll set up your team for a little while until you get your first legendary for free, or if you summon and get your one of your free legendaries on the beginner banner. Okay, so that's essentially how that works. You guys can see here right away they're giving you 10 bonuses. Take advantage of this. Go in. That's your summons. So let's go ahead. We get a healer for free the same day, so use that rare healer over the common healer, so that'll help you guys advance a little more. And then there's some new events going on. So there's stamina consumption events, monster ranking events, rate up summoning events. So if you plan to summon a lot, you'll get yourself quite a few different things that you'll get for free if you plan to be pay to win. Free to plays don't really have a chance in those events. It's just in case you save, they do come out in the future. You can take advantage of them later on, okay? So yeah, go through this, check it out. I think I love this game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've always been a very big fan. I hope to continue making content on this game. This is one of those games that I've always been a big fan of. I wish they brought it out to global a long time ago. I would have been covering it as one of my main games, I think, on my channel, but unfortunately, because I think the company who originally made the game kind of lost their financial backing, they stopped covering it, and I'm glad NETMARBLE decided to pick it up, because that, I think, is incredible of them to do, making me much happier now that I can go back and actually play this game from scratch, because I don't remember much of it. So this is going to be like a whole new experience for me, and it's one of those things that I'm really glad I'm able to do with you guys. Hopefully, if you enjoy the game and this video. If you did enjoy the game and the video, give a like, subscribe, put a comment in, let me know if you want more coverage. I am still going to cover this game no matter what on the channel, because I love King Arthur, and I love that NETMARBLE did this. And I'm honestly, after solo leveling Arise, I have more confidence in NETMARBLE than ever. So I'm actually kind of happy that I get to cover another game of theirs, and hopefully they have the whole SLE treatment to this one as well. Alright guys, this is Payne. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.